What's up, guys? David Chirac here. Now, I know I usually do Kendama stuff, but today I'm going to be starting kind of a new series here where I do wrap-ups of the Raptors games. Now, you guys know that I'm a huge Raptors fan, so I thought I would do like game recaps after every game that I can watch. So yeah, we're going to call this the Raptors Wrap-Up. Thought that was a decent name. And today we played the Hawks in Atlanta, looking to win 4 straight. And let me just start off by saying, wow, that game should not have been that close. I'm just going to go through kind of the game right now. We came out of the gates pretty good. We outscored the Atlanta Hawks 36-25 in the first quarter. Outscored them by 11. Our shots were falling. And to me, it seemed like it was going to be a blowout. I thought this game was over because obviously the Hawks are really bad. So definitely not the way this one went. Second quarter, the Atlanta Hawks outscored the Raptors 35-21. So at the half, we're down 4, which not too bad. Actually down 5. So we're down at the half, not too bad. But the first half there, honestly, not the greatest half. The defense was not good. We gave up, what's that? 36 plus 21, 57 points in the first half to the Atlanta Hawks, which is not good. We should not be giving up that many points. Defense has to be better, honestly. The three-point shooting was terrible in the first half. I think the stat I wrote down here was we were 4 of 24 from three-point range in the first half, that's really rough. And most of them were open looks, too. It's not like the Atlanta Hawks were contesting every single shot because the Atlanta Hawks are not a good defensive team. So, like with many games this year for the Raptors, we were just missing open threes, open shots. So, yeah, like I said, down 4, down 5, whatever. At the half, not too bad. Also, in that first half, the Hawks, they were whining complaining about every call to the point where Trae Young would get called for a foul or he would want a foul called and then he would be complaining to the refs. They wouldn't even get back on defense. And I think one scenario, Gasol got an open dunk just because the Hawks are the Hawks and they're bad. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say for the first half. Just rough shooting, not good defense. Pascal was kind of keeping us afloat in the first half there. And it wasn't till the third quarter where our offense kind of started to click a little bit, and our defense definitely tightened up a little bit in that third quarter. In the third quarter, the Raptors outscored the Hawks 26-22, so the defense does get better, which is nice to see. I always love when the Raptors are playing defense. I just feel like it's so much easier to win when you play defense. So defense tightens up. Did Norm start to take over in this quarter? I can't remember. But Norm was absolutely amazing tonight. Third quarter, we kind of just stayed close, got to the free throw line quite a bit. There was a lot of free throws in this game, which is kind of annoying, but that's just the way it was. Norm was amazing, like I said, but it wasn't really until the fourth quarter where Norm took off. So after 3 quarters, we were up by 1, I believe. Yeah, we were up 1 after 3 quarters, so still a close game. But then the fourth quarter, Norman Powell, well, actually it was Terrence Davis first. Terrence Davis came out on a 5-0 run on his own to start the fourth. First he got, I think he got a layup on a fast break. And then after that, he got a 3 in transition as well. So Terrence Davis thriving in transition. Pretty much everyone on this team likes to run in transition. So 5-0 run to start the fourth. Technically 6-0, but 5-0 by Terrence Davis. I think the Hawks call a timeout after that. And we are up by 7 early in the fourth quarter. And then comes Norm God. Norm was amazing in this one. I don't know what else to say. The man literally hit 4 threes in a row, and he couldn't be stopped. The first 3, he had some threes earlier. Norm finished with, what did Norm finish with here? Norm played 25 minutes, 27 points for Norm. Only 1 board, 1 assist, which is fine, but 27 points. 2 steals, 7 for 14 from the field, 6 for 9 from 3. He shot 6 for 9, and he got to the free throw line 7 times, made 7 of those, 100%. And yeah, Norm was just amazing. Like I said, he made 4 straight threes in the fourth quarter. And eventually in the fourth quarter, the Raptors went up 21. Now, we have been blowing leads lately, but honestly, I thought this game was over, considering we're playing the Atlanta Hawks. We're up 21, and I think we were up 21 with like 4.5 minutes to go. And the Raptors almost blew it, mainly because of Pat McCaw. Norman Powell had a couple of costly turnovers. Pascal had a costly turnover. Trae Young hit a and 1-3, which I think cut it to 7 or something like that. So costly turnovers leading to buckets. And we almost blew that. We had to bring back the starters into the game. Freddie hit a clutch mid-range shot, and then some free throws. And then John Collins fouled on a 3. The Hawks were down 2. There was like 30 seconds left at the start of the possession. And John Collins fouled Freddie for a 3. Fred makes all 3. That seals the game. That just, I don't know, that just epitomizes the Hawks season right there. They literally could have had one of the greatest comebacks ever. And John Collins fouls Freddie. Like, that is the dumbest foul ever. Like, honestly, I honestly feel bad for the Hawks. First off, let's talk about Trae Young. Trae Young went off tonight. He dropped 42, 6 boards, and 15 assists. Shot 55% from the field, 28 from 3. He got to the line 21 times and made 18 of those. He took 21 free throws, which is insane. He made some clutch plays down the stretch for the Hawks. Wasn't enough, obviously. Lots of people are saying get Trae Young help, which, honestly, I agree with. But, dude, does he really need help yet? Like, the Hawks aren't going anywhere this season, so I don't know. I don't want to talk about the Hawks too much, but, yeah, I almost had a heart attack at that end of the game because the Raptors almost blew a 21-point lead with 4.5 minutes left. So, yeah, we've talked about Norm. Norm was amazing, obviously. Extends his streak of 20-plus point games to 5 in a row, which is insane. I didn't see this coming from Norm this season. I saw him improving this season, but honestly, like, even after coming back from his injury, I didn't think he would continue this level of scoring. And, yeah, honestly, Norm was amazing. Fred was pretty good too. 20 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals. Fred always gets like 2 or 3 steals, which is amazing. Didn't shoot the greatest from the field. Got to the free throw line 14 times though, which is nice. Kyle with kind of a quiet game, 10, 4, and 7, but drew some charges, just doing Kyle things, obviously. Mark had a decent offensive game, 14, 5, and 2. What else? Pascal. I want to see more from Pascal. Pascal he only took 13 shots, which I feel like, I don't know how many shots he's averaging on the season. I can search it up right now. But I feel like he should be he shouldn't force it, but I kind of want him to be more aggressive within the offense. Let's see what he is taking. Let's see. He's averaging 19.5 field goal attempts this season. And obviously he's playing less minutes. He played 29 minutes tonight, so he's not going to get as many shots. He dropped 18 points, 6 boards, assist, a steal, a block. Was pretty efficient, didn't make a 3, but I just want to see Pascal more aggressive. He's kind of just been chilling since the injury. Like, he hasn't gone out and had like a standout game yet. The one versus OKC was probably his best. So, yeah, what else? I just can't believe we almost blew a 21-point lead. Like, we could have just let our starters rest a little bit there at the end, not have to bring them back in, but it's fine. Kyle only played 29 minutes, which is good. His minutes have gone down recently. I think like these past 4 games, he's been under 30 minutes, which is nice. Mark only played 23. Pascal, like I said, played 29. Fred played 26. So we're getting more balanced minutes, which is good. I don't want to see Kyle especially playing like 37 minutes a game, which he has been doing. Terrence Davis was nice tonight. Like I said, that 5-0 run, 12 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. So all around, a good offensive game in the second half there. Obviously, he was struggling in the first half, but honestly, the defense really needs to pick up. I don't see how we're giving up 117 points to the Atlanta Hawks. They were hitting some tough shots, but that's kind of what they do. They don't get many quality looks. They take a lot of deep threes because obviously they do have Trae Young on their team. They have Kevin Huerter, which is nice. But yeah, I would like to see the defense tighten up a little bit, like I said. But yeah, what else? There's not really much more to this game. Really, just the Atlanta Hawks are bad. That's what I took away from this game. Like, even though they were leading in the first half, the Hawks are bad, bro. Like, and even though they try and come back in the end too, like, it's just sad. Like, it's so clear they're trying to lose games, it seems like. And yeah, 10-34 now. Raptors improved to 29-14, which is nice because the Heat are playing the Kings tonight at home, which is probably going to be a dub. But if the Heat do lose, then the Raptors are tied for third in the East with the Heat. Obviously, the Heat have the tiebreaker, but we're getting closer to that 2 seed, which is nice. Let's see how the Heat are doing as I'm recording this. The Heat are down 2 at halftime. So Raptors might be able to sneak into second place there, which is really nice. Oh, also, Rondé was really nice tonight. He did pick up a couple dumb fouls, but honestly, I don't get the Rondé hate. Rondé just goes out there and hustles, and he's probably one of my favorite players on the team, honestly. I don't know why, but he just hustles, brings the energy. Rondé was great tonight. Pat McCaw. Okay. Usually I don't get the hate towards Pat McCaw because he did have a couple nice passes tonight. He had 4 assists. A really nice one to Terrence Davis in transition. But Pat McCaw, like, we don't even have to trade Pat at this point. Just don't give him minutes. I don't get what it is with Nick Nurse. Like, Nick Nurse is obviously just in love with Pat McCaw at this point. There's no way, I don't think he should be playing 22 minutes. He literally scored 2 points in 22 minutes. And I know scoring isn't the only thing, but he had like 3 costly turnovers when the Hawks were coming back. And he did that in the OKC game too. He did that in the Spurs game, maybe? No, not the Spurs game, but oh man, like, if it's a close game and Pat McCaw is on the floor, it's pretty much guaranteed the Raptors are probably going to lose that game. So I don't know what to do about Pat McCaw. I hope Nick Nurse realizes that he's not great and stops playing him. But yeah, Pat McCaw, honestly. I mean, he has a three-peat. I mean, he's a 3-time NBA champion, so maybe Nurse sees something in him that we don't. Serge tonight wasn't great. He was kind of struggling until he hit a couple threes in the fourth quarter. Overall, not a great game, 8.7 boards. Defensively, he was nice, but other than that, offensively, he couldn't really get it going. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because the Raps come away with the 5-point dub. And there's not really much else to take away from this. Like I said, the Hawks suck. The Raptors need to stop blowing leads, especially to the Hawks. We play the Sixers next, which that's going to be a tough one. I think, the Sixers won today against the Nets, so the Sixers have been rolling recently. Wow, speaking of that, the Miami Heat just took a 1-point lead in the second half. Nice. The Sixers beat the Nets. Ben Simmons has been going off recently, but I think we should get that dub. I think it's going to be not an easy dub, but I'm pretty confident we can pick up the win on Wednesday. And as long as we actually play some good defense, I think we'll be fine. So, yeah, Raptors are 29-14, won 5 in a row. Norm has been going off recently. I'm waiting for a Pascal breakout game. I know it's not a breakout, but I just want to see him go off. And hopefully that's on Wednesday. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Raptors wrap-up of the Toronto Raptors Atlanta Hawks game here on January 20th, 2020. Almost All-Star break, and it's actually the last day of voting, so I gotta get my last votes in here. And yeah, I don't know if you guys like this. Obviously, most of my fans are Kendama-based, but I want to grow an NBA audience. Like I said, my older NBA videos haven't got as many views, which makes sense, but hopefully I can consistently do these videos and give my thoughts on the Raptors games. So yeah, overall, not the greatest dub, but we got it done, and that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to leave a like. Oh yeah, my mic's down here, by the way. Kind of a ghetto setup, like I said. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.